What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Jaye Jaxn, the ex-wife of Derrick Jaxn. I think they recently just finalized their divorce, and she's now doing interviews. She's no longer keeping quiet. You know, she's moving forward with whatever it is that she is looking to do. And she's speaking about how she understood the bodies of other women more so than her own. She also talked about how she knew Derrick was cheating. She knew Derrick was out here doing her dirty, but she stayed with him anyway because, you know, that's who she was married to. That's the guy that she wanted to be with. I want y'all to understand something. I'm not a moralist. I'm somebody that see things for what it is. I give my opinion on it, but I'm not going to be here to tell people how to live their life because I've just never been that type of person. But Derrick Jaxn was the type of guy whose platform was built on helping women, right? Using his marriage as an example of what women should want as far as love from a man, black man, right? But I think once Derrick got himself in really good shape and once he started to make some money and become more well-known, I think he just gave into temptation in regards to other women. See, this is why you don't get married young. But maybe Derrick Jaxn did not think that he would be who he is now, back when he was in college, back early on when he first decided to settle down with Jaye. Maybe he, but he became this success, lying to women and telling women what they want to hear. You had women who were eating it up, and he got found out. See, this is why you have to be authentic. You dudes are out here lying to these women, pretending to be something that you're not, and eventually you're going to get found out because you can lie to these women and think these women are not going to catch on, but they will, right? Even the women that you're sleeping with, they don't have any respect for you or your marriage. They're tired of being side chicks. They're tired of hiding your secrets. That's a number one sign a woman has no respect for you. She's willing to ruin what you have, even though she knew that you had a woman, Derrick. Those are the women that made your wife as insecure as she is now. Those women did not have any respect for your marriage. And at some point, they were going to destroy what you have because they wanted to be in her shoes, and they realized they weren't. Maybe you told them they were. Maybe you because you were good at lying. Again, I have nothing against Derrick Jaxn. I'm just speaking the truth. I have no respect for men who pander to women. You're gonna get smoke from me because you don't deserve respect. Because look at what happens to your life. And we need to continue to put foot on people's necks. Because lying to these women and making these women believe the things that they believe now is why they're single and why they can't keep them, man. So let's get into this clip.
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profile.
And let me say this though, this happens a lot. There's a lot of women right now who study other women in order to figure out why men like them, especially the man that they're with, right? Especially the man that they're with. Or other men. This is why you see women go get BBLs. They see the attention that other women get from getting BBLs or whatever, and they emulate that. The way that woman dressed, the type of post that woman puts up. I believe Ayesha Curry is the same way. I believe Ayesha Curry looks at all these women and all the attention that they get, and she wants that. You know, I can't say she wanted that because she's sort of in and out, and but there are women who are married or in relationships, right? They may want to keep their spouse's interests or whatever, but also they want the interest and the attention of other men. So you have to take that into consideration.
Files, and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that.
Now, I'm assuming she's talking about Derrick. Damn, listen. What happened to being discreet? Is she talking about what a minute's talking about with Derrick? But see, that's what insecurity does. It drives you to want to know why the person that you're with is not attracted to you. All right? I'm surprised she ain't went and got a BBL yet. Maybe that's coming, Maybe that's coming one day. We don't know. But that's some deep psychological stuff. I hope she's getting counseling. I hope she's going to the right people to get counseling and really, because these issues could be more deeply rooted than Derrick Jaxn. There could be other issues there that have nothing to do with Derrick. A lot of these women have a lot of issues that go or happen way before they were with their spouse that they never really addressed that they should, that could play a part into why we've seen her meltdown. Okay? We've seen it. We've seen it.
In our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. I completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself.
I want y'all to understand this is a lot more normal than y'all think. When, let's say you have a professional athlete that gets exposed for having relations with another woman, right? What will happen is the wife or the girlfriend of that particular woman will go and she will stalk that woman's page, right? She'll look at how that woman is. Let's say the woman has an OnlyFans. She might subscribe to the OnlyFans just to study her, right? Because that's what Danae said she was doing. She was studying these other women. But Danae has to understand something, okay? When you are a woman who is not as tainted as these other women, you should never seek to follow their lead in anything. These women have been slores most of their adult life. They don't know what it's like to be a wife. They don't know what it's like to have a family of their own. They probably grew up in a broken home, didn't have a father, probably didn't even have a mother in their life. Why would you want to emulate those women? Why? Because of sexual interests? You have a ring on your finger. You have something that these women will never have. That's why they put Derrick Jaxn on blast, because they know they will never be a wife. Even the women he deals with now, he's not going to marry those women. But he married you. He didn't marry those other women. And that's why they were angry with him. And that's what happens when you see these pro athletes get put on blast by these heifers, is because they realize they'll never be a wife and they want to ruin his home so you will leave him. So you would make space. So they say that basically, like, if they can't have them, then you can't have them, basically. But what happens most times is that the wife stays. And basically, Danae stayed most of the time.
I try to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual things that I had seen him doing with them. I try to recreate that in our life.
I just want to know, did Derrick show her the videos? Did she ask Derrick to show her the home videos and Derrick complied? Come on. Derrick out here showing her the flicks, man. Man, showing her the flicks. Derrick out here showing her the flicks, man. Like, that's crazy. I guess that was part. Is that part of Derrick apologizing? Is that he would share everything and he shared the flicks? Man, oh man.
When we were engaged, and none of it amounted to anything.
What did that do to you?
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there.
That's normal. Women are very insecure. Even the women who ain't even getting cheated on are insecure. Again, I use the example of Aisha Curry. There's no cheating going on according to both of them, but she's deeply insecure. Why nobody's paying her attention, right?
You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me.
But I think women got to understand something. When a man when he cheats with other women, it's not about love. It's about lust. Derrick wasn't used to getting women like that. Like when they were together early on in his early 20s, once he was out of college, right? He did play college football, but he wasn't really in the shape that he was in, right? He didn't really have the platform he had. So he wasn't used to getting women like that. Let's be real about this. He wasn't used to getting women like that. But it was once he became Derrick Jaxn, the character, because he's a character. He's a social media personality character, like an actor. And he started getting attention from all these women. That's when things changed. And he wasn't seeking love from these women. He was seeking lust. Women do that too. There are women who cheat. They cheat on their husbands all the time, but it's not because they're not doing it because they're looking to replace their husband, doing it because, they want a better sexual experience than they're getting with their husband or long-term boyfriend. This stuff happens. All right. It happens. But Danae chose to walk away. She chose to walk away from it. And now they're separated. And hopefully she can find some sort of happiness in her life. Because these type of situations, it can have you grow as a person, or it can make you devolve into trying to be like the rest of these miserable, weirdo, surgery getting heifers. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Jaye the Black. I'll see you on the next one.